Okay, so I took it upon myself to come up with 23 things I learned before turning 23. 1. No one is worried about you. So, that is a big one. No one is really worried about you. Everyone has their own story. Yours happens to not revolve around theirs. So don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid of embarrassment. I've spent years comparing myself to others until I realized, what am I really comparing? We aren't on the same proximity in life. We aren't on, I don't want to say level, because I don't want to ever view myself as beneath or above others. So I'm not going to say that. But we aren't, everyone has their own timing in life for their successes, their achievements. So shouldn't compare, and I shouldn't be worried about someone or something, especially if it's not where I want to be. So the second one is let them. I did learn about the let them theory, but the reason I said let them is because when you let them do whatever it is that they want to do, it creates more control and emotional peace for you and a better relationship with the people in your life. So basically, it goes back to back with allowing people to just be themselves, trusting people to be themselves. There was always a really good quote. Always trust a liar to be a liar. Always trust a cheater to be a cheater. Always just trust someone to be themselves, and don't try to overexert yourself trying to change that or change a persona of what you think a person is. Because a lot of us are really good people, and we would try to convince ourselves that the people we surround ourselves with are also good people, even after they hurt us. So just let them be. And what's for you will be for you. And what's not, then life moves on. The third one is move accordingly, not emotionally. This is something that, it really, I can relate to, because I'm very emotional. I'm not trying to get into astrology or anything, but I'm a Cancer and I am a water sign. So yes, I'm very emotional. That is a factual thing about water signs. We are very emotional. So, as an emotional person, I can attest and say the only thing I can control is my actions. We can't help how we feel, but we can choose how we act. Don't ever let them see you sweat. Every action doesn't need a reaction. Sometimes it's just better to just shut up. Don't say anything. Just take notes and observe and keep it pushing. The fourth one is let go and let God. Whew, this one is, just stop worrying. Because God is the man of all wonders and miracles. He is a light in all of darkness. Never doubt his work. Pray on it, have faith, believe in him. It took me years to fully comprehend his existence and his work. In my darkest times, I needed him, and he was there. Even when I didn't know, he got me through things alone. He was there. Number 5. I love this one. Date yourself. Dating yourself is learning yourself. Setting standards for your wants and needs. What do you like? What do you don't like? By doing solo dates, buying yourself flowers. It really showed me that the only validation I need by anyone or from anyone is actually from myself, okay? I learned so much about myself by spending time alone and creating a safe space within myself, which I love. Number 6, Life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% how you respond to it. I love this one because we cannot direct the wind. Ew, that sounds very, oh my gosh. Did my tongue just do a twister on me? We cannot direct the wind, but we can adjust the sails. I love that quote. I just learned it like 2 weeks ago. That's a really good quote. You can't stop the waves, but you can learn how to surf. These quotes tie into life and how we aren't in control of what happens to us. The bumps, the curbs, but we are in control of how we act towards the things we can't control. Be in control of the thing you can control, and that is yourself. So, yeah, I love that one. Number 7. Healing never ends. Ooh, baby, when I say it never ends, it doesn't. This reminds me of when we were younger, playing in the park, getting bruised up. Those bruises later became scars that we learned to get over and embrace. Healing from trauma is a profound and lifelong journey that extends far beyond the realms of recovery. To heal is to work on yourself, grow as an individual, to being the caged bird that sings, to becoming free. There is so much to life than healing, and we shouldn't consume ourselves in trauma. Ooh, that's a good one. Number 8, compromise relationships, babes. Please do. Whether the relationship is intimate or professional, set boundaries, my love. Always meet in the middle. Don't pour more into others' cups than you do your own. You heard that right? Good. Number 9, show grace. Allow yourself to make room for forgiveness. I'm still learning this because sometimes some people do not deserve forgiveness at all. Forgive yourself for the many times you gave up and sacrificed your peace for others. Forgive yourselves for those times you were hard on yourself. To forgive others for the pain they caused you. It takes guts, takes courage and growth. Be proud of how far you've come with that. Accept someone with their faults and never judge. Number 10, overthinking kills. Get out of your head. So let's just stop for a second and just out of sight, out of mind. Okay? Get out of your head. Being lost in your own thoughts mentally displaces you from living in the present. Overthinking kills joy and can potentially ruin relationships with those you love. Coming to terms with the fact that you cannot control everything in your life is heartbreaking. Over time, I learned that you could be the master of your fate. You can be the captain of your soul. But you have to realize that life is coming from you and not at you. And that takes time. Number 11. If only my high school self would understand this one. Love shouldn't be one-sided. You are not someone's maybe, so never settle for less. If they wanted to, they would. So, wait. Oh, yeah. Not me, like, struggling to read my own, like, whew. If they wanted to, they would, hun. So pertain to your standards because someone's no will be someone else's yes. Okay? You have options, my love. Number 12. You don't need anyone's validation. Love yourself first before you become intimate with someone else. Your body is your temple, your safe space. Don't ever sacrifice it for someone else's pleasure. You don't need to take off your clothes for validation. You don't need to post for likes. Do it for you and only for you. This honestly was random. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but If only my younger self could really contextualize that me going out my way to make a guy happy temporarily, what in the blasphemy is that? I'm like, what? That sounds bizarre to even like, ew, that sounds bizarre and almost embarrassing to even come to terms that that was how I used to be. I really used to go out of my own way, sacrifice my peace, my happiness to make someone else happy temporarily. But I'm glad I know now. It's okay. Like, I shouldn't even be hard on myself, because in life, we learn things, we make mistakes. That's part of life. But to make the same mistakes over, no way, Jose. Number 13. This is a good one. Be patient with yourself. Still navigating my 20s, and life has been feeling like constant losses, constant trials and errors. It can be defeating not knowing the next direction or feeling left behind even when life just started. Your time will come. So allow yourself to blossom and evolve into the elevated person you haven't met yet. Number 14. Oops. God's timing. Ooh, this is a good one. This really ties into being patient with yourself, because it's like, I want it and I want it now. But that's not really realistic, is it? Okay. God's timing. As you learn to be patient with yourself, you let go of the control you thought you had, because we aren't always a driver. We are sometimes a passenger in our own lives, letting God be in control of the great things to come. 15. Emotional flexibility is imperative. It is. It is vital for survival. It's imperative. Ooh, my eyebrows look nice. Okay. Emotional flexibility is imperative. When things don't go as planned, when you only had a plan A, it is vital to set a plan B, plan C, plan D if needed. When my plans for college didn't go as I intended, as I planned, I became depressed and even hopeless. I later learned that things happen out of my control, and I must not get discouraged or doubtful. Instead, I redirect and find a new route to explore. So in life, I must be able to adapt my emotions to different situations, new experiences, challenges, or changes. Yes. Number 16. Number 16 is be humble. Okay. Be humble. Don't think it can't be you. Please, just get that out of your head. Please, because God will humble your ass real quick with a blink of an eye. Okie dokie. Number 17 is don't be afraid to ask for help. This for me. Okay. As a hyper independent person, it is okay to ask for help from someone you trust, even though it can be extremely hard due to trauma-related response or anxiety, to having people from the past let you down. We can't always do things on our own. Number 18. Take things with a grain of salt. Don't be easily influenced to do something. Educate yourself. Ask questions. Be skeptical, because someone's experience is not yours, babes. And what may work for others may not work for you. Let that sink in. Number 19. Be your authentic self. Oh, yes. Out of 7 billion people in the world, be your authentic selves. Okay, do not be an exact copy and paste of someone else. They are not you. You are not them. You are amazing. You have qualities that other people do not. What your strengths are can be someone else's weakness, and vice versa. You are amazing. Whatever makes you feel different, whatever it is, from the majority, that is your superpower. Never be afraid to shine your own light, to show your true self. Number 20, separate your friends. I really had to learn this because how many friends do I have? I don't even know at this point. I'm sorry, you guys, but I really get like friend ick. Like, I'll be fine until like I'm not. And then I'll end up like disappearing for like a few weeks. I just need to be in my own zone sometimes because friends be for everybody. And I like friends to be for me. I'm very selfish. I'm sorry, I know. Such a toxic trait, I know, right? But anywho, separate your friends. Don't cut everyone off, just move accordingly and place them into categories. Always trust friends to be themselves. So, if you need your party friend to be only your party friend and not a travel friend, because you can't take her disrespectful behind nowhere but a party, then do that. Yes. Yes, always. And this is why I love to be by myself and travel by myself, because while I'm traveling by myself, I am forced or put into different situations where I'm actually extroverting myself to strangers and I'm meeting new people and I'm learning a lot about myself. So surprisingly, I do enjoy meeting new people, which is why I like going on solo dates and solo travels, because you never know who you can meet, you know? But yeah, number 21. It's okay to be alone. It's okay. Trust me, you'll be fine. No, you won't die if you sleep alone. No, you won't die if you go on that trip alone. Become your own friend. You are really never alone with God by your side anyways. So it's okay to be alone. Like I said before, being alone is learning a lot about yourself. It's learning your different mechanisms and what you like and what you don't like. So yeah, and becoming your own best friend, that is pretty badass. A lot of people can't even deal with themselves, so they don't ever want to be alone. So being alone, that is like a superpower because it feels good. I know some people may be afraid to be alone, but it doesn't hurt to try. And you never know what you may take out of it. 22. It gets worse before it gets better. That's all for 22. It gets worse before it gets better. So the storm will come, it will bypass, and at the end of the storm, there's always a rainbow. There's always a beautiful sunset or a beautiful clearing in the sky. Like, everything will be fine. Don't worry. It's like pain. Pain is temporary. So you'll get through it. You'll get over it if you teach yourself to. 23. And it is, be your own fucking influencer, guys. Please. We don't need another Monet. We don't need another, like, Addison. Like, we don't. Be yourself. Be your authentic self. Do things according to you. Allow yourself to be inspired by your own thoughts and creative mind. Educate yourself on topics that matter. Be your own wave. You never know the endless possibilities that are in store. As for me, I need to learn to stop comparing myself and be my own person. And I love being my own person. I love it. And you never know who you may inspire. You never know who you may motivate. It really does not hurt to be your own influencer. That term has been getting thrown around on social media and stuff. And it's like, honestly, I'm not going to follow the wave. I'm going to follow my own wave. I'm going to set my own trends. For me, myself, and I. It's not even for anyone to look. It's for me. Because I'm tired of the cliches. I'm tired of the copycats. I'm tired of everyone just... It's so systematic sometimes how most influencers are literally like copy and paste. And it's like, where's the authentic side of you? Where's that originality? You know what I mean? And for those who love to content create, or, you know, who love to make art, who love to create stories and etc., whatever you love to do, do it intentionally. Be intentional. Be genuine. You know? Be passionate about it. Because it's like, I don't want to spend the rest of my life doing something that I don't love. I don't want to work a 9 to 5 and work under someone. I want to be my own boss. I want to be able to snap my fingers and I'm on a plane, because that's my hard-earned money that I made. And I'm able to celebrate it by traveling the world. So yeah, that is it, guys. Until 24. But honestly, navigating my 20s so far has been very, it's been shitty as fuck. I'm not even gonna cap. It's been shitty as fuck. It's been real ghetto. But being able to reconcile and learn so much about myself in the midst of struggling and battling with life and life choices and my future and getting over my past, it's like, it's not a bundle of joy, but it's a bundle of joy when you realize how to truly navigate that ship, how to truly learn to let go and just be your own self, and to open up your arms and be accepting and be non-judgmental and just be open-minded to new things. It feels so good. But it is hot as fuck in this car, and I'm glad I'm done with this video, because I am now 23 years old and I'm still learning so many things every day. So make sure you do the same.